You want to choose your home or your healthcare. The struggle is real.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, CAC in the Spotlight. Okay, before we get to the content of this video, listen, I'm going to ask y'all to do one thing. Since y'all made it here to this channel, trying to get this information, do your boy a favor, hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and share this content with everybody that you think could benefit from the message that I am going to deliver to you very shortly in this video, okay? Again, hit the like button, share, comment, subscribe, get this word out there, help me grow this channel. Right now I have 16 subscribers, okay? And I appreciate y'all for being on my YouTube channel, following me, rocking with me. But right now I'm on a mission to grow to at least 50, okay? I'm trying to hit 50 subscribers by October, okay? That's only like about a month away, okay? So help your boy out. Do that job for me. Like button, subscribe, leave a comment, share my content, okay? So boom, let's get into this topic of this video, which is the struggle is real. I was in the dentist's office yesterday, okay? So I had to get a filling repaired, okay? And while I was sitting there in that dental chair, having that dentist do all the special work to my tooth, right? It hit me. Because I'm in Taiwan, I have access to, stellar dental care. Something that I never had while I was in the USA, okay? Because I didn't have dental care in the USA, I had cavities from the time I was in my teens until, my late 20s that were awful, okay? Because of which I had several tooth extractions and had to get a tooth implant and all kinds of things, right? So, what I'm trying to say is this: your health is your wealth, okay? And the struggle is real. When you are needing medical services, you gotta choose. Are you gonna pay your rent, or are you gonna pay for your health care? And too many people in the USA are placed into that predicament, that dilemma, where they have to choose one and sacrifice the other, okay? Get the home and lose your health, or get the health and lose your home. And it's a fucked up situation, okay? It's a fucked up situation. So that's why I'm making this video, because I know what it's like. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. And me sitting over here in Taiwan with access to this wonderful healthcare, I cannot forget about my people back there in Flint, Michigan, or in the USA who do not have access to proper healthcare, okay? So boom, let's get into this. So, like I said, healthcare in the USA. This is the main topic in this video. Healthcare in the USA. If you really look at the medical system in the USA, it is a complete scam. It's a complete scam. And it was built and structured in a way to disenfranchise certain groups of people. We already know who we are, the disenfranchised group, right? Certain peoples in the USA never wanted to see black people successful. Wow, okay? And we already know in the USA, if you're a black man, okay, you do not have access to health care after you turn 18, okay? But if you're a woman, our female counterparts, you will have access to health care if you meet two criteria. Number one, you're pregnant. If you have children, you will be able to stay on Medicare, Medicaid, whichever one it is, Medicare, Medicaid, state-funded dental or state-funded insurance, while your child is still a minor. But men, we don't have that luxury. We don't have that, we don't have that opportunity. We don't marry that woman. We pay child support. And when you pay child support, you do not get healthcare services from the state. It's just the way it is. The only way that men in the USA will get access to healthcare is they pay out of pocket, or they get a good job working for some place that offers healthcare. And when your employer offers healthcare, usually it's like extremely expensive, okay? Or you have to work through a university, an educational institution, or a government institution, okay? See, when I went back to the USA in 2015 to get my master's degree, I began teaching at Wayne State University. At Wayne State University, they provided such wonderful healthcare that I was able to give me a healthcare plan for like somewhere around $30 a month. That's cheap. $30 a month, right? Now, if you compare that to the Catholic Church where I taught when I was in the USA, okay, yeah, I taught Spanish in the Catholic Church, and there at this Catholic Church, they was trying to offer me a health care plan for around $350 a month, okay? Think of that price, yo, $25 a month in comparison to $350 a month. Poor people, or people with a lot of responsibilities, a lot of bills and things that you got to pay for, you cannot afford that $350 a month payment. That's ridiculous, right? You got that on top of your rent, on top of your car insurance, on top of your groceries, on top of your child support payments, right? It's like, why does healthcare in the USA have to be so expensive? Especially for those who are the poorest in the society. It's a big scam. It's a big ripoff. And so, brothers, if you're hearing me in this video, you get this. You let this be known. I want you to know this. This is more incentive for you to get that passport and secure you a job overseas, okay? I would say, brothers, while you are in the USA, if you are trying to aspire to do anything in your life, you should investigate in what careers you can choose that you can transfer overseas. Because I'm a language teacher who taught Spanish in the USA, I was able to transfer my skill set and my job over to Asia and teach in Taiwan. And because I'm in Taiwan, I have access to a wonderful healthcare who will, cover me enough without, making me, cough up an arm and a leg at the same time. Okay, and they will take good care of me, and I can live my best life in this country. Okay, yeah. So a lot of people are in this situation right here, home foreclosures because they fell behind in payments. And I wonder why these people fell behind their payments. Was it because they had to pay for healthcare? Many do. I mean, that's not the only reason why people, lose their homes, but I think that would be one huge one, because people have to pay for healthcare. These exorbitant amount of dollars for healthcare, right? So yeah, consider it, black men. Get a passport. Investigate these other countries I'm going to share with you right now and see if you can get your career transferred to where I'm going to show you. And and you bring your life over there and you work in them countries and you do whatever it is you got to do in them countries where you will have access to good quality healthcare, affordable healthcare, okay? This is a hospital receipt from 2020, okay? A hospital receipt. In 2020, okay, I went through like this big health event, okay? One day out of the blue, I noticed that my body was developing these symptoms. I'll list them here right now, okay? Okay, I started developing these symptoms. You see, I'm a fairly healthy person. I run a lot. I eat healthy. I lift weights. Here in Taiwan, I've been boxing. I've been doing all kinds of things here in Taiwan. So I'm in in top-notch shape, the best shape of my life. And then one day, these symptoms started appearing. So these symptoms started like this. It was like on a Wednesday, I got extremely tired, like fatigued. Now that's, for me at that time, that was like completely like weird, because I am a person who will teach all day, go home, take a quick nap, and then go to the gym and bust it out in like 2 hours in the gym, right? Okay, so yeah, so me going home, I leave work at 4 o'clock every day. I'm back at home by 4:30, and then 5:30 I'm in the gym. 5:30 until maybe 6:30 or 7, I'm working out. So I had that extra energy after leaving work. But for some reason at that time that I didn't know of, I became like extremely exhausted when I returned home. I mean, I get home, I take a shower, take off all my clothes, and I'm knocked out. I mean, I'm like hitting the bed and I'm out cold until the morning. Okay, that was the first symptom, extreme fatigue. Second symptom, I couldn't use my eyes. Okay, it's like I lost the ability to rotate my eyeballs. Okay, listen, I'm gonna give you a close up of my eyes. Right, I lost the ability to do this. Okay, you see my eyeballs rotating here? I lost the ability to do that. So that was like red flag. Something's wrong here. So I thought that it's because I was so tired from work, so I needed to go get some some good quality prescription eyeglasses, which I did. I went to an eye doctor and he tested my my eyesight. He found out that my eyesight was damn near perfect. So he told me to drink some coffee and get more rest. The third symptom was I started to lose my balance while walking. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'm still tired, right? But it was like off. These three symptoms are like, wow, something's wrong. The fourth symptom, the one that pushed me to call my grandmother and have me contact the doctors, was this. I lost the ability to speak, to say certain sounds. Like English words that began with SP, like a sp or a p. I couldn't do it. It's as somebody in my brain had cut off the connection between my brain and my lips. My lips went numb. I couldn't speak. So I called my grandmother and she told me that I should contact a neurologist and explain my symptoms to them because it sounded to her as if I was having a stroke. Okay? Because my grandmother's her husband, he suffered a stroke. And anybody who has a family member who suffered a stroke, it's like when your brain, okay, it's a brain clot in your brain, but when you have a stroke, part of your body becomes paralyzed, meaning that you lose the ability to use certain parts of your body. So she told me to call a neurologist, which I did, and I went and saw the neurologist, and this neurologist, he immediately ordered a brain MRI. And the results of the brain MRI, he shared with me, and he said that he suspected that I had an ischemic stroke. Like, wow. A stroke? I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm doing all these sports and eating healthily, all these things. I don't understand how I can be having a stroke. So anyways, so he shared that information with me, and then he transferred me to a different hospital. This hospital here, Changgun Memorial Hospital in Kaohsiung. And in Kaohsiung, they specialize in brain MRIs and treating neurological problems, right? So they transferred me to this hospital in Kaohsiung, and they performed a more in-depth, thorough brain MRI. And from the results of that brain MRI, they found out that I have been living with a condition known as multiple sclerosis for multiple years, symptom-free. Wow, what? I have been living with multiple sclerosis for my whole life and didn't know it until I went to the hospital, okay? And get this, I got that diagnosis and I got those results on Christmas 2020, December 25th, 2020. That's when the neurologist told me that they suspect that I have multiple sclerosis. And so they sit me down to the laboratory where they did some blood work. They drew a whole bunch of blood. Man, they took so much blood, I was surprised that I was still alive, man. It's like, most doctors, they take like a couple of vials of blood. Man, they was taking like pints of my shit, man. It's like, wow, man, they took so much blood. And they analyzed it, did their results, and it came back and they said that my body is testing positive for an antibody that is highly correlated with multiple sclerosis, okay? Yeah, so after hearing those results, they transferred me to another laboratory where they performed a spinal tap. So somebody had me lay down on the bed, and they took a needle and they shoved it into my spine, extracted some fluid, and they tested that fluid, okay? And so when they tested that fluid, it came back positive again for me being infected with multiple sclerosis, okay? And then they did one more test. They sent me down to the electrology. I can't remember the name of it. The electrology brain unit, whatever. They hook all these kind of electronic devices to your brain, and they test to see that your brain is sending signals to your muscle groups, right? And anyways, long story short, after doing all those tests, they came to the probable diagnosis that I am positive for having multiple sclerosis, okay? So after getting the results from all of these tests and this blood work and whatever's, they put me into the neurology ward and kept me in there for 1 week and gave me all kinds of medications so they can treat my condition and they can prevent it from progressing to something more severe, okay? And yeah, so I'm saying all that to say this. I got like the best care, the best treatment here in Taiwan, okay, for my suspected condition of being positive with multiple sclerosis, okay? And I want you to know how much I had to pay for this. How much I had to pay for this out of my pocket, okay? I mean, I have healthcare too, okay? So that covered a big portion of it. But out of pocket, I paid, get this, I'm gonna tell it to you in Taiwanese dollars first. 5,926 Taiwanese dollars. Don't get it twisted. That's the 1,000 is in Taiwanese dollars. 5,926 Taiwanese dollars. I converted this last night. The conversion for 5,926 Taiwanese dollars is like 194 US dollars. Get that, y'all. 194 US dollars. That's cheap. Man, that is so damn cheap. Cheap. And in 2020, when all this stuff had happened, the conversion rate was around 212 US dollars. Still cheap. You know, because the inflation and deflation, I mean, that shit is like fluctuating right now because of this damn war in Ukraine. Russia tripping, man. So I'm sharing that to say that I went into the neurology ward for 1 week and I had 3 MRIs. I had 2 brain MRIs, 1 spinal MRI, okay? And I had that electro scan test on my brain. And I had a spinal tap. I stayed in the neurology ward. And in the neurology ward, they gave me the appropriate medication that my body needed, which was prednisone, a steroid to suppress my immune system. And in doing that, I was able to recover from that episode of inflammation in my body, and I was able to leave the hospital in great health again. Now since then, I do return to the hospital every 3 months where they perform blood work. They draw some blood, test it, see how this antibody is behaving in my system, right? And every 6 months they do a brain MRI, okay? And this will be my life going forward. I can expect to live like this for the rest of my life. In Taiwan, they're going to take care of me. You know what I'm saying? They are going to take care of me here, and I can afford to be taken care of. I'm not having to, sacrifice my home to be taken care of because healthcare is affordable in this country. So again, like I said, brothers, I'm sharing this message to let you know that there are better options overseas. Get them passports, yo. Get them passports and get out because the struggle is real. Your health is your wealth. It is a crying shame that too many people today are living like this. It's a shame that too many people are living like this with foreclosed homes because they cannot afford to take care of themselves, and get the appropriate health care that they need, all right? So yeah, brothers, get them passports, take your careers, your businesses, take your life overseas, okay, and check out these countries here, okay? And I want you to know something. I'm showing you the top 10 list of the countries with the best health care in the world. 5 are in Asia. Number 1, South Korea. Number 2, Taiwan. That's where I'm at, baby. Taiwan. And number 5, Japan. Crazy, right? USA didn't even make it on the list. So yeah, brothers, think of it. You got many countries to choose from where you can go to in this world, and you will have access to better healthcare, affordable healthcare, right? Where you will not go and have to sacrifice your home to be taken care of. You know what I mean? It's a crying shame. So yeah, brothers, the struggle is real. The struggle is real, and I understand it because I come from the struggle. I come from the USA. You know what I'm saying? I come from the USA, and I remember what it was like when I didn't have health care, and I couldn't, go to the doctor for the bare minimum of treatment. And so yeah, so brothers, get them passports, get out to the USA. Life is better overseas. Before I end this video, don't forget your job. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, share, get this message out there. Brothers, sisters, I'm trying to get on my goal to get 50 subscribers by October. That's a small number, right? That's a small increase. We're sitting at 16 right now, okay? We got, what's that, 34 more to go? We can do this. Listen, thank y'all for tuning in. This has been your boy, CAC, in the spotlight. Deuces. Don't forget that Cash App. I'm out. Peace.